Go ahead and record. All right. So, Genesis, thank you for joining me in this little kind of sharing your results. So, I just want to, so this is for everybody so you can kind of know your story, how you started before you were working with me, now, why you were working with me, and of course, now that we stopped working with each other. So,
Right.
um, so tell me, off the bat, tell me a little bit about, your struggles, how you felt before you started working with me as far as your journey in weight loss and trying to get back in shape.
Right. Okay. Well, before starting, it started since last year around probably November, October, and I was already eating healthy. I was exercising. I was going to the gym 3 times a week, and I was still eating healthy, right? But I realized that I wasn't losing any weight. I would lose 2 pounds, and then by the end of the week, I would regain it. So I thought, okay, well, I must be doing something wrong here. My husband was doing the same thing. He lost 30 pounds, but with me, it was so different. My body wasn't doing the same thing. So I figured, okay, well, and also too, I wasn't eating like I would eat. You're supposed to eat your breakfast and then your lunch and then your dinner. Sometimes, since I have two kids, sometimes it's hard for me to have my breakfast and have my lunch, and I wasn't having it on time, or I would skip a lot of my meals, and then I would wonder, okay, well, what's going on? Why am I not losing weight? So it was really hard for me, and it was, I was very stress. It was a lot of stress, and it was I was not motivated to continue to do this. So yeah.
Got it. Okay. Obviously, I know you had said you have been, trying. You had gone to the gym. I know you said you were eating health. You were eating
I
your
was
meals,
eating
right?
healthy, right. But what I thought eating healthy was, just a salad with chicken, and I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna lose weight with this. That's what I.
Well, where do you think that mentality kind of came from as far as, salads and stuff?
I maybe just looking online, seeing what other people were eating, I thought that that was the correct way to stay fit, to stay healthy. But now that, over this process of time, it changes your mentality of what your body really needs.
Yeah. Nice.
So,
All right. Now, so obviously, we started working about 6 weeks ago,
right.
about 6, 7 weeks ago. During now, within those 6 weeks, what have you learned? What have how has that mentality and everything changed from when you first started to within the process of the 6 weeks?
Right. So I've learned that, when you gave me my meal plans and everything, to be honest, I thought you were crazy because you wanted 3 meals, 2 snacks, and I was like, well, how am I gonna fit this? It's a lot of food. So, but after a while, after working out, I was just, I was taking it pretty well, and I was eating, and now you just get hungry as time goes by, and it's enough food for you then compared just to 2 meals that I was having a day. And it's you can't really compare to that. And also too, the workouts too. Um, Before, I was going into the gym with no plan. I said, okay, well, I'm going to do 15 minutes on the elliptical and then walk around, and then I did another machine. I didn't have a plan. And when I started working with you, okay, I said, okay, well, I have this plan, I have it on my phone, and I'm going to follow it. And that's how, I was able to succeed over these 6 weeks with you. And the foods too, I never realized that you have to have healthy fats, your carbs, your protein, and everything else. Your body needs it. And I just thought that just having veggies and protein was going to make me, skinny, but I totally got it wrong. So, you learn as you go, and that's what I really learned from that.
Nice.
And your portions too, you told me, well, get a scale to help you out. Now I'm able to figure out my portions without actually weighing my food, and know what I really have to have for each meal, and everything else. So it worked out.
Nice. So you don't. So it basically you don't. I know at the beginning a lot of people think like weighing scale, having a scale is like it's a tedious task, But now that you kind of have now an idea of what 4 ounces of chicken looks like, what a cup of
Right,
rice looks like. You don't have to really measure everything out all the time, right?
right. Yeah. I just kind of, you already know, since, you've had practice with it, and I could eyeball it. okay, well, those are the 4 ounces of chicken that I need to have, or your 8 ounces of chicken that I need to have. So, and your veggies and everything else. So it worked out.
Nice. Then how do you like as far as the workouts? I know for now that you have a plan, how do you think the workouts, not even just like the following of a plan, but how do you think as far as the level of intensity, the type of workouts that you're doing, how is that, how did it affect your body? I've seen now throughout the 6 weeks.
Yeah, well, at the beginning when I started, I got the plan, the exercises. At first, it was really hard for me. After a couple minutes, I was running out of breath, drinking a lot of water. I couldn't do it. And then after the 6 weeks, you could just feel the difference of the strength that you're gaining after these exercises. That to the point that I'm overlapping my bands. So when you exercise them, because I don't have enough, they're not strong enough for me anymore.
Mhm.
So you see the difference as you go, and they really changed. So
Nice. Now, obviously, now that the 6 weeks have passed, at the beginning, first, there's a lot of weight loss, right? Having that number. In
right,
your case, your number didn't drastically change. It wasn't like you lost 30 pounds, right? It was
right.
more like it was a smaller number. But how did you, how did you not let that discourage you as far as what you ended up seeing in the mirror and how you felt as far as your body?
Yeah, well, that was really hard because I was the type of girl that I was like, okay, well, I weigh myself and I went off that number on the scale, and that really messes you up. And as I think that what really helped me were the pictures that I took every week, because that's when everything changed from the first time that I took that picture to the third week. And I was like, wow, like that number does no justice to this picture. So I think that's what got me and just kept me motivated to looking back at my pictures and just to keep going.
Nice. So it wasn't about the number. It was more how like
Oh,
you
yeah,
seeing the
that's
result.
the number. It was more about the pictures and everything. That's what motivated me to continue.
Nice. And then how did it affect as far as your how you feel? How you were feeling before the 6 weeks when say you would wake up in the morning, as far as energy, as far
Yeah,
as how you felt about yourself. And
beginning I was really, I was groggy. I didn't want to do anything. I was lazy. And after I started exercising and eating, the right portions and everything, I had more energy to go to the gym. I wanted to go to the gym more. I was more motivated. I was excited to do the workouts. And then once the workouts were done, I wanted to keep going, even though I was really tired. Crazy as that sounds, but yeah, I mean, um, it really changed me, the workouts and everything. So
nice. There we go. Awesome. Anything else you want to share as far as your experience and anything?
I just want to let people know that it is hard. It's not for everybody. You have to be consistent. I know that sometimes it's hard to stay motivated because I had the same issue. It's not all about the scale either. I just think that people need to read more about learn more about foods, exercises. Sometimes, I remember that you posted a video about saying how people go to different machines, but they don't know the basic stuff. And I think it's important to know the basic stuff first, then to do the other machines. You know what I mean?
No.
So yeah, yeah, so
No, that's great. Awesome. I'm glad. Obviously that was kind of the whole goal of, once you start a new health plan is it shouldn't be boring, it shouldn't be dragging, it shouldn't be, something that you just, hate doing. It should be fun. It should be something that you can maintain. Do you feel like now going forward, a 6 months from now, a year from now, do you feel like you're now able to maintain that, this healthy lifestyle opposed to feeling unmotivated or feeling like you're gonna go back to how you were before?
yeah, I mean, it's definitely hard. I keep looking at my pictures that way, I don't fall behind, or I don't do the things that I'm not supposed to be doing, like that I did before. I look at my pictures and I say, okay, well, you got to remember why you started. I look at my first picture and I'm like, okay, well, this is the reason why you started. And then I look at my last picture and, just you got to keep going. Those are the memories that you have that you could look back and say, well, this is the reason why I started.
Nice. You got a nice little motivation right there, right?
for everyone. So yeah, I mean, it's hard. It really is, because if it was easy, then nobody would be doing it. So everybody would be doing it. So if it
That
was
is
easy.
true. Awesome. Well, like Genesis, I want to say thank you for sharing your story. It does take a lot, obviously, to put yourself in that place and share this. But I think you're doing great. You're gonna keep at it, and it's gonna continually keep progressing, and you're gonna see the results, and you're gonna get to. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully after everything with you, we're able to work back another 6 weeks and really get you to that body that you want. So.
Yes. Thank you, Alex.
No problem. Thank you for sharing. And 1 second.